Week 1 of the SFL continues this evening from the Hog Pen at Oneburg Stadium as the Pittsburgh Riverhogs host the DC Dragons. Good evening, everybody. I am Mike Daggs, and alongside me in the booth is the illustrious Gerald Smith. Our stats crew tonight, Eddie Gage and Tyler Falk. Gerald, I don't know how we got such a legendary stats crew, but we did. And, you know, speaking of legendary, our commissioner and producer, Cameron Irvine, back at SFL Studios. You are watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Gerald, how you doing tonight, man?
Doing great. As we sat in the booth, you're not here crying because your team pulled out a really, really dominant win, which is great. I think we're going to have a good game call tonight, and I do think we're going to see a couple of teams that we're going to see play a little bit different than we saw them play last season with the way both of these teams built. So I think this is a very, very good start to the season after watching your team continue its winning ways. And here we are. We're going to see how these teams are going to shape up their season with Week 1.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. And as Matt Wilson will always say, there's only one way to find out, and that's on the field. Let's get down to the field, get this one started. Pittsburgh will kick things off. DC to start with the ball on offense tonight. This Pittsburgh roster, as you mentioned, Gerald, looks absolutely nothing like the Pittsburgh roster of last season. There was free agents brought in on both sides of the ball as this return's brought up to the 23-yard line. But speaking of free agents, probably no signing bigger for DC than Connor Weston, who played on this Pittsburgh roster last season, and not just played, but dominated, as you know, he actually ended up leading the league in various categories, including receptions and yards. He was top 10 in receiving touchdowns, had the second longest reception on the season at 79 yards, tied with teammate Lauren Percoco. So excited to see what this DC offense can do as they start with a 2-yard run from Kevin Say. The quarterback is Sabaz Synergy, along with Kevin Say and Sam Harrison in the backfield. Chuck Steller is the fullback. Ronnie Shanahan, the aforementioned Connor Weston, and B. Robo, other wide receivers. Jay Hayden and the notorious Lauren Percoco at tight end. 2nd down and 8. They're going to pitch this one up top to Chuck Steller, and immediately tackled for a loss. And I saw you were excited about that one.
Well, and this is what I was saying, like in the pre, you know, in the Matt Wilson kickoff show. What we were doing is, look, what I was saying was, look, they've gotten really, really good on both sides of the ball right here. And here they are. They're already first and the third long. Bussy on the first tackle and on the first play of the game for DC.
Synergy over the middle. That one's nearly picked off. Bounced right off of the defender's hands and falls harmlessly to the turf. Looks like Kane Vasquez got his hands on that one, and a quick 3-and-out for DC. So an offense that I was looking forward to see. I'm going to have to wait just a little bit longer as Pittsburgh's going to get their first crack at it here after this punt.
Yeah, what a very, very first series defensively for Pittsburgh there. Now we get to see this new look Pittsburgh offense.
First, the return up to the 42-yard line. And Gerald, one of your favorite quarterbacks in the league, who has played for neither of our teams, but he's been in the league for 10 seasons now, moving up north for the first time, quarterback Ace Fennick.
They did. I think all the guys in Louisiana last season did a little bit of the me. Didn't like the heat so much down Louisiana side to move up north, just get a little bit of that drier air and sit there and keep going. Yeah, so Ace Fennick has been one of my favorite quarterbacks since he joined the league 10 seasons ago.
First season here in Pittsburgh under center. See what he can do for the Riverhogs. Split backs in the backfield. They start at their own 42. Fennick short drop, quick pass up top, and that one is incomplete. Tried to get it to the former Louisiana Revolution receiver Ziggy Ronick. Bounced off of his hand, 2nd down.
Yeah, and you know, because they are related in a little bit of way. Ziggy and Fennick there, and got to tell a family member there, hey, look, man, you got to pull that down.
Hey, fam,
I'm sure they go in the huddle and say, what are you doing? Pull that down.
You got hands, right? Catch it. Fennick to throw on the snap. Never mind, he's going to try to scramble. It breaks the sack and then gets sacked. Brought down by Nick Fargo. Speaking of longtime veterans, Nick Fargo, 16 seasons in the league. This is his 3rd season with DC. Prior to that, was with the Sioux Falls Sparrows for a long, long time.
Yeah, and collectively, over the whole defense they actually have 12 All-Star appearances, 7 alone coming from Nick Fargo himself.
Could we see 2 quick 3-and-outs? 3rd down and 15 as Pittsburgh's offense has moved the wrong way. Fennick drops back, rolls right, has time pressure on its way, sacked again. Back-to-back plays with sacks. Kano Forston with the sack and a quick 3-and-out for Pittsburgh.
And give credit to the secondary of the DC Dragons, right? Forcing Fennick to be able to roll out and look for somebody to be open. And those defenders down the field stayed tight to their wide receivers. I know where to go with the ball, tried to run, and by that time it was too late, and gets a sack down by Fortson.
Vitally on to punt for the Riverhogs. Kicks this one away. Will drop back at about the 27-yard line. Returned up to the 29-yard line. Synergy retakes the field on offense, and the Pittsburgh defense out onto the field with a couple familiar names that you're aware of over here too, Gerald, as we've got rookie Moss Booker, the 2nd round, 27th overall pick, along with Brian Craven, Butch Benner, and Bubba Bruiser on the defensive line. Tommy Wellbrock Bussey at inside linebacker, along with Gino McFly and Dimitri Mazuma. 2nd down and 10 after that play goes nowhere. Manzuma at outside linebacker. In the secondary, you've got Tom Krieg at corner, along with Todd Rigsby, Corey Menner, and Kane Vasquez at safety. A roster, a very complete roster that GM Keith Wheeler has put together here in Pittsburgh. Synergy to throw on 2nd down. Finds his target down the left sideline. B. Robo, another former Louisiana Revolution player. There's so many of them here. Spent some time in Bossier City. He also left Louisiana to move up north.
Yeah, he did the same thing. I don't know why all those people decided to
it's the heat, man.
bail.
I visited you one time down there, and that was one time too many.
Say, this place is terrible.
It's hot, dude.
There's gators everywhere. We got to move.
1st down and 10 from the 45. That was our first down of the ball game. Ball goes back down to the running back. That's Chuck Steller with his 2nd carry. One goes for a gain of 1, wearing sunglasses at night on the sideline.
It's a little bit something.
There's a song about that.
Is it really?
Yeah, I wear my sunglasses at night.
Yeah, I don't.
You want me to sing it?
Sure.
This ain't the minor league. We only sing in the minor league.
No, we had we had our producer singing for us.
That's
earlier.
true. Kevin Say with a nice pickup. Gets 5 there, 3rd down and 4. Yeah, new theme song. Do you think he'll sing that live for us at the beginning of every Wilson SFL kickoff show?
I want him singing it on the microphone at the convention before we start, and it would be a thing of greatness. Now look, I'm surprised we haven't seen Lauren Pococco get targeted yet so far. She was a huge part of their offense.
Hand in the grass at the bottom. They're going her way. There you go. Oh, she catches it, fumbles it, and is picked off. I don't think that was a fumble, but that was also definitely picked off before it hit the ground. So that's going to be a turnover one way or another. Pittsburgh takes over.
Yeah, the color guy jinx right there. Oh, it bounced.
Oh, it did hit the ground.
It bounced right there. Yeah, Bussy picked it up off the bounce. He had a first try at it, but couldn't get it in. But here it is. The coach is going to actually challenge this right here, and I think they're going to get that back. I mean, unless they call it a catch, I didn't see enough time for her to complete the catch.
That definitely was a bang play. Coach is looking at a blue sheet of paper. Let's take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your hands on an SFL Retroid console at goretroid.com. And yeah, looking at it without the player blocking our view, it looks like it did hit the ground. I think that'll be overturned.
I don't know.
It is an incomplete pass, so the ruling on the field is overturned. DC is not charged with the timeout, and they will retain possession of the football.
Nick Fargo coming in with that Southern talk. That ain't a catch. He didn't say that's not a catch. That ain't a catch. That ain't a catch.
Chaw, man. They will punt it away, though, so Pittsburgh will get the ball. Either way, it's just going to be a little bit further back than it otherwise would have been. Ron Van Cleef, the punter for DC. Taken by Ben Harrison at the Pittsburgh 20. Ace Fennick has only thrown 1 pass attempt. That one was incomplete. Tried to hit it out to Ziggy Roenick.
He took a couple of sacks on that first drive right there. So
Kano Forston and Nick Fargo getting into the backfield. First down and 10, Pittsburgh. Offset I formation. They move extra coverage down to the bottom. Let's see if they run it that way. Nope, they're going to throw it with Fennec. Pressure on its way. And the pass is picked off. Wow, threw it right to the defender, Daryl Bullock, who gets the pick.
Yeah, Ace Fennec just didn't get enough air under that ball right there. Throw it somewhat in a straight type of trajectory. And it was and good play by the defender right there, right? Keeping his arm out, as you see, he's going out, keeping his arm out, just making sure the receiver is there, not impeding his progress whatsoever, putting himself in a good position to pick the ball off, and he did. Now they're in near field goal range right now.
Yep, great starting position this time. Ball handed off to Kevin Say. Nice pickup. He gets 9 on the play. Second down and 1 for DC.
Yeah, that was very, very good blocking up front right there, being able to get that done, and and having one of the linebackers nearly at the third level, bring him down after picking up 9. I mean, it's gonna be something right here, because I think DC's starting to get their feet under him a little bit more, at the beginning of this game right now than what Pittsburgh is.
Second and 1. Ball is handed off once again, this time to Sam Harrison as he gets his first carry of the ball game. He'll pick up a first down on the play. Moves the chains, keeps the drive going. If you are new to the Simulation Football League, we'd like to welcome you here. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. Sign up, get in the Discord server, go to that welcome channel, say hi, we'll say hi back, and we'll go from there. That's how it works.
I'm already there.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't looking at you for any particular reason.
Well, you're looking at me like, why don't you join?
You should join, Gerald. You know what you should do? You should have a team. You could base it down in Homa. They could be green horses.
Been there, done that. It really wasn't that successful.
Synergy over the middle for Coco.
Oh, that's a real fumble.
Fumbles it again, and this time it's again recovered by Pittsburgh.
And that was, and she was in a point where she was just trying to push herself into the end zone right here, and it ends up happening where somebody comes in and strips the ball out right here, right on the end, right there. Geno McFly punches the ball out right from behind and is able to pick it back up. And I don't know what he's challenging her for. That's a clear catch, clear fumble, and coach is just wasting everyone's time with that one.
Yeah, well, he won the first challenge. I don't think he's going to win this one, but let's take another retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your console to play SFL on the go. Go Retroid.com. She took about 7 steps and had the ball for 3 business days. That is a fumble.
Wow, it takes 6 steps takes you 3 business days?
She's just going slow at the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ruling on the field stands. DC's charged their first timeout of the half. Maybe he couldn't see it. He's wearing sunglasses, Gerald.
Yeah, I think they need to take them off.
It's late. I know there's still it's like a bright moon tonight,
yeah,
but
you think somebody said, "Coach, this is a bad idea." You think you just shun away? Shut up! I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I spiked that flag.
I wear glasses and a retro coach shirt.
I mean, Merrick Itera wears sunglasses at night too, and he does all right for himself. Ball is handed off from the 2-yard line as Pittsburgh's going to have a long field out ahead of them here. Mike Churchill gets the carry, picks up a couple. The defense here for DC, Kano Forston, John Gary, Mike Wagner, and Michael Percoco on the defensive line. We've got Nick Fargo, John Strongbow, and Saeed Gore at linebacker. Jadooby-Doo, Daryl Bullock, the rookie, Billy Beers, Tyler Highfield, Peanut Say, and Kev Say Jr. That is your secondary. Wow, that defense just swarmed BB Blitz.
It was like they knew what play was coming, and they just shut it down. It was like the play recognition on that play. Everybody shifted to that side, and they didn't have near the amount of people they needed to try and throw a block. And I don't anticipate them throwing the ball right here. I'd be very surprised if we don't see a run here.
And we do indeed see a run.
Oh
and he
my God,
fumbles.
what is going
and
on
DC
here?
recovers. First down and goal from the 4.
What is on the football right here? He just comes in there and he gets smoked right there. Bam.
What are we talking about? Chicken grease?
I guess we are. You must have had chicken grease on the ball right there because it just gets knocked out.
Nobody can hang on to it.
All get out.
Everybody and their mama dropping the ball tonight.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They need to do something. Some of that hog grease is on it.
I think that would make it more slippery. First down and goal from the 4. I formation. Ball is handed off into the end zone. Touchdown, DC.
You know what Kevin Say does right there? I'm diving in, not chancing contact because there's hog grease all over the ball. They call it a pigskin for a reason, and here we are. He dives in there to make sure he gets in there with no contact, put his team up 6-0.
Well, he saw Monzuma on his way and decided, you know what, I'm just going to dive in there before Monzuma can tackle me. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see, a one-play, 4-yard drive ending in a touchdown.
Man, that was so. It was one play, 4 yards after a fumble, after
multiple fumbles.
Yeah. Pittsburgh had gotten one themselves. It's just
back-to-back drives ending in fumbles, and then finally a touchdown. But I mean, looking at the early drive summary here, you know, we had a punt, then a pick, then 2 fumbles. And finally, all right, you know what? Let's play some offense. Granted, they only had to go 4 yards. They need the short field tonight to do something.
Well, let's get them all in 3s here, right? So we had 3 punts in a row,
yep.
3 turnovers in a row. This is a
3
touchdown.
touchdowns.
Now let's see if we can get it going here, right? So
yeah.
But
I'm sure Pittsburgh would like that, unless it was 3 DC touchdowns, and then they would not.
Yeah,
that's some.
So.
That's
yeah,
right.
But that would result in a punt or a turnover in between there, unless it's a pick 6 or a kick return for something.
He's just making things up now.
Yeah, always.
First and 10 from the 28-yard line. Fennick not off to quite the start he was hoping here in Pittsburgh. He's completed 1 pass, and it was 2 DC. Pressure on its way again, and that pass also incomplete.
They've
swatted it down.
They have been in his face
Yeah.
the entire time. Like, if they keep up that kind of pressure, Pittsburgh is going to have to change up something, right? Either do some maybe delayed runs or do something like right around the linebacker area, some short routes, slant routes that comes right across the middle, be able to expose the area that the linebackers are vacating.
Fennick under pressure again, finally completes his first pass of his tenure here in Pittsburgh and completes it to Ziggy Roenick, the 9-season vet. 6'6" receiver. It's a big target.
Yeah,
Third and 4.
He's a large human being. Very, very talented. Having been Louisiana for the limited time that we did, he was extremely, extremely good. Physical wide receiver as well.
Yeah, he had Jadubi-Doo in press coverage there, and he was able to shove him off to get into that crossing.
And they're playing man, and they're just constantly sending people here.
Fennick gets it out, but can't break the tackle. BB Blitz brought down by Saeed Gore, and it's a 4th and 1.
Like I didn't like the way that Blitz handled when he got the ball. Just keep running. He tried to spin. If he would have started heading toward the sideline, I think he would have got the yardage he needed to pick it up and get to the downs reset, because that was a near perfect play call right there for them. But the ball carrier just should make the right decision.
Punt back to the 24-yard line. Return and fumbled. Wow. I can't believe how many times there's been a fumble in this game, Gerald.
I can.
It's that chicken grease.
It's some greasy hogs, man, around here. That's what they got.
So, what are you suggesting? That the Riverhogs players are, actually out, wrangling hogs?
Well, I'm sure they got some
Pre-game?
sort of a mascot. I'm sure they're in a pen.
And they're, all over the mascot with their hands?
Yeah, they just want to touch it and pet it, probably. I don't know.
Oh, it's like a petting zoo.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Makes no sense. Synergy up top.
Whoa!
Oh, completes it down the field. B. Robo to the end zone. Touchdown, DC.
Wow. And Tom Krieg took a chance in trying to pick that ball off, completely whiffed, and it was wide open. B. Robo doing what he's done right there, and that was zero coverage right there, too. They had no one back there, no safety help, man-to-man, and he missed it. Tom Creed did, and B-Roll didn't miss the opportunity and took it to the house, and now they're up 2 scores. This just flipped on its head.
It
Right
sure
into
did.
the first.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And I mean, look how close that was where they almost fumbled that kickoff, and it could have been recovered by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh could have scored just in one play. So both touchdown drives for DC, one-play drives. One of them was a one-play 4-yard drive. The other's a one-play 68-yard drive. And into the end zone for the touchdown. So the production crew's trying to figure out, maybe why the football is so slick tonight. Eddie Gage thinks it's because of the humidity, which clearly shows that he's never been to Pittsburgh in the winter. This is his first time here. So Tyler's saying that maybe it's too cold, so the stickum's not working properly. I think that might be it. The stickum froze, and it actually makes it slippery.
I don't know. Grease don't freeze. That's all I'm saying. It stays slippery whether it's, more liquidy or jelly. It
so
don't
you think
freeze.
it's from petting a greasy pig?
Yeah.
Pre-game.
Yes.
Huh.
That's what I think.
All right. Eddie also suggesting that maybe it was the fog machines pre-game. Could be. It was some intense fog if it filled the whole stadium. Anyway.
Made everything slippery.
Sure did. So, wow, this DC defense is insane right now. Jason Strongbow, it looked like he was in the backfield for the snap. Look untouched and just chases Churchill backwards for a big loss.
It was that's what you call a very successful run blitz right there. Shot the gap. No one there to impede him at all, and he just 4 yards. When you get 4 yards lost on a run play, that's tough.
Fennec going to try to take care of it himself. Runs for about half of what was needed. Actually, a little more. 3rd down and 6. Ramos Lynn in the chat. I'm not angry that Robo is out of my division for sure. I hear you, brother. I hear you. He was fast.
Yeah, man. I had him on my team. It was extremely good.
Yep. Showing it tonight.
Everybody going to want to be Robo.
Oh, Fennec. You poor soul. Sacked again. Kano Forston with his 2nd sack of the ball game.
We just need somebody give Fennec some pain meds already. He done been sacked. I don't know how many times. 4 times, 3 times already this game, and he's been hit quite a few times as well, just from him running. And they're having no success on offense. The way that they're putting the pressure on this River Hog offense is just unreal. It looks like Pittsburgh doesn't know how to stop it right now. And maybe once we reset the quarter, they may find something, that they're doing wrong to be able to, stop DC from actually getting so much penetration right at the line of scrimmage, because they're living in the backfield right now.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, they're sending a lot of pressure, and it's definitely getting home. And on the offensive side of the ball, they're up 14-0. They haven't had a very methodical offense yet. They've had one big play and then a 4-yard drive, So Pittsburgh's not out of it, but they got to get something going here. Yeah. Starting with a nice pass breakup there by Todd Rigsby. 2nd down and 10 for DC.
Yeah, and they're going to need a big play to get themselves back in it, right? Or get some kind of 3-and-out. Because right now, even where they stand right now, if they don't move, they'll be in pretty tough field position after a punt. So they got to do something to spark their team, whether it's a huge turnover or something like that. They need some sort of a splash play.
Kevin Say bottled up at the line, but still able to surge forward for a gain of 5. Some mean running right there. 3rd down and 5 for the Dragons as the final 25 seconds tick away here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and this right here is Lauren Percoco type yardage on a 3rd down, 3rd and 5. She typically finds herself in a 7-yard route.
Crossing over the middle. They go past her, and they should have gone to her. Gerald, as she was open, and Robo not quite so much. They tried to go for the big play instead of the guaranteed 1st down. Although she has fumbled twice, do you think that maybe is, making them question their confidence?
No, because I mean she's been like their go-to pass catcher for so many seasons now.
Yeah.
And Synergy knows that, hey, look, she is a reliable target, and him being, with this team and with Percoco for 7 seasons now.
Yes.
I mean, he's got to know where it's at, but maybe he likes that shiny new toy in B-Robo. Look at this total yards. Oh, my God. Look, 0.1, a tenth of a yard.
2 total yards.
Per play.
2 total yards. Let's see if we can double it before the quarter ends.
This is borderline embarrassing. I'm not going to lie.
Pittsburgh on their own 13. They do double the yards. They're up to 5. They got to get something going here on offense in a hurry. They're down 2 scores. 1 quarter in the books. 3 remains. DC up 14-0 over the Pittsburgh Riverhogs. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Right here is where a good Dags Droneworks ad would look really nice. And Pittsburgh isn't that far away. We got to take a field trip. Bring the drone down there, get some footage.
Pittsburgh's not that far. What is it, about 4 hours?
Literally, I just said that. Do you even listen to what I say?
No, half of it I don't listen. I'm in my own mind most times.
What I said. Fennec deep downfield into double coverage. It's incomplete. Tried to get it out to Mike Twin Screw. Couldn't get it done. 3rd down and 7.
They're looking for that huge splash play that I was talking about, and they made not the right choice there because they throw it downfield in double coverage, right? And I just don't think the route tree was the right one that they needed for what they were looking for to do. Had one man going deep, everybody was around stopping about the 5-yard mark.
Fennec, put him in a body bag. Michael Percoco crushes him. 4th and 11. There's one of the team incentives that you can select to try to get a bonus for your team at the end of the season is your offensive line holding your holding your quarterback upright, I should say, preventing anything more than 10 sacks. They've already allowed 4.
Has that even happened?
No, it didn't happen last season.
Of course,
I think the best offensive line allowed 13, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and I don't think it. No, you will get sacked 10 times.
Yeah, it'd be very tough. 13 was close, but point is, DC's got 4 sacks on defense against this Pittsburgh offense. Ace Fennec I don't think this is what he expected in his debut.
Look, and the thing about the River Hog offensive line, they've actually built this offensive line and got it kind of pretty good going together. They solidified it, brought in 2 additional people to get 5 guys across it, and it's just DC's just looking like they're just Swiss cheese with just treating them like they're Swiss cheese with all kind of holes there.
Kevin Say with a 5-yard pickup, the 9-season vet, all of which has been with the DC franchise. 3-time All-Star, most recently back in season 19. Pitch up top, this one going to Chuck Steller. He'll pick up almost all that was needed. He gets 4. 3rd down and 1. Kevin Say last season, top 10 in carries, top 10 in yards, top 10 in touchdowns. He had 209 carries, 744 yards, 8 touchdowns on the regular season. Looking to continue that impressive run here in season 24. 3rd and 1. They're going to pitch it down to the
what
bottom.
A stop.
Yeah,
what?
Wow. That one goes to backup fullback Steven Trejo, and Pittsburgh's going to challenge the spot on the field.
Yeah, I thought that was a very, very good play. Very good challenge right here, right? They need all the wins they can get right now because they're just not having a whole lot of success right here, and they got what they needed right there, and this should be overturned. Very good pursuit right there by the linebacker. Your Monzuma right there coming through, and he was about,
Yeah, he's short.
Yeah.
After that retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid, ruling on the field is overturned. Pittsburgh is not charged a timeout.
But if you're DC in this moment at this point at the field, I do think you go for it here. because you got a chance to just put the, put your foot on the neck of the
You know I would.
opponent.
I just did it last game. Got it.
So uncalled for.
See what DC can do here. At least I know you're listening this time. Synergy hands this one off, gets the first down easily. Sam Harrison picks it up. We've got an update from Queen City. Cameron Irvine back at SFL Studios.
Oklahoma City taking on Queen City tonight, and it's the first Renegade score in 5 years. Colin Pierce to the unretired Stephen McMichaels. Michael Brown for Queen City. His first pass attempt was a 79-yard touchdown, and we're tied at 7 in Buffalo. Back to you.
Thanks, Cam. These aren't your father's Queen City and Oklahoma City teams.
And they look so different, man.
They do.
You look at QCC wearing the sporting the white helmets. I like the new look that they had there.
It's interesting.
Oh, Bussy got run over.
Chuck Stellar with a mean run. He'll pick up 6 yards, picks up the 1 yard that was lost on the previous carry. 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, and this is God, they got to come up with something big here in Pittsburgh, right? They got to stop them some way, shape, or form. Too much time.
Deep downfield.
You need that.
Tipped and incomplete. Vasquez trying to pick it off. At least forces the 4th down, but can't take it away. Pittsburgh will get the ball back, but are they going to try a field goal here? No, they're going to punt. So Ron Van Cleef on to punt. Watch for the fake, though. This is some fake territory right here. Wouldn't surprise me.
Why not? They've been smothering Pittsburgh right now. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. And that's
they do punt it.
Terrible punt.
Well,
they'll get a favorable
went
bounce
15
here.
yards. Oh, that's a beautiful bounce. Wow, terrible punt turned into a perfect punt all the way down to the 5.
Somebody touch it. What are you doing?
Well, they're just gonna kind of hang out and look at it for a bit and make sure it's not gonna blow any further. You never can be too careful, Gerald.
I think what they were trying to blow it with their hands and move.
Yeah.
Referees just letting them do what they wanted. I guess I don't know.
Summoning the power of one of these dragons.
It was almost as if they were around like a campfire and they were just warming their hands or something. It's cold. It's cold up here.
Not at all humid. Contrary to belief of some.
Well, when you reside in a dry desert anywhere from the desert, it's humid.
True. It's not his fault. He didn't know. Draw play doesn't work. The draw play is not going to work against the DC defense the way that they're playing tonight.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot of stuff Eddie Gage doesn't know about, but we'll get to that another time.
No. You be nice. He's helping us out tonight. 6.5 to go here in the second quarter. He's going the wrong way.
Where are you going?
Well, he just got some
lucky.
3 yards.
And that's what are you going to give him 15? He ripped his head off, and he only gets 5.
He gets a free first down. Eddie Gage is not from Arizona. I actually do know where he is from. Do you know where he's from?
Yeah, he's from the Chicago area.
All right.
Know. Eddie's a friend. I love him. He knows I love him.
He is from Chicago. Then decided he wanted to go live amongst scorpions and cacti.
I have no idea why.
I don't know. It's a dry heat. 3rd down and 3. Short pickup by Mike Churchill.
I mean, and the unfortunate thing with that face mask penalty right there, one, they got fortunate enough that they even got the penalty to get them a little bit closer to this first down marker. But 2, that was only of the 5-yard variety, and he ended up not getting an automatic first down there.
Fennec, can he get something going? Oh, found his target open. There you go. Nice quick pass. Mike Twinscrew getting that target and getting the first down. That's the sort of throws we're used to seeing from Ace Fennec.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And he fit it right in between the corner and the safety. It was a timing route. He would have waited a little bit longer, would not have been completed, but they need more of that. They got to get a little bit of separation. They got to find him more protection in the pass game. He's been sacked 4 times already and hit a ton. So, I mean, if they're going to have success passing the ball, they're going to have to, solidify the line up front and get their blocking schemes correct right now, because right now they don't look like they're in sync.
The boy band? Churchill, he's tried that outside run a couple of times now, and it has not, in fact, every time it has resulted in a tackle for a loss. He just got lucky that one time with the face mask penalty. But Yeah, that play should be summarily deleted. Daryl Bullock getting some things done here.
If I'm the coach, I'm going down there slapping that play sheet right out of someone's hand. Oh my God!
Another quick pass by Fennick. That one was broken up. It looks like you had Peanut Say. And one of my new favorite players in the league, Gerald, Jadubi Do, the cornerback for DC. Why is he one of my favorite players in the league? Because look what he said in the chat. Best commentators in sports right here in the SFL. That's what's up. That's how you know a guy has good taste.
Yeah, he does.
They're down at 11 for Pittsburgh. Fennick going down the left sideline. There you go. Once again, connecting with Ziggy Roenick. These former Revs receivers coming in clutch here on this drive for Pittsburgh. A crucial drive for them, Gerald. They're down 2 scores and nothing's been working. They got to get it going here.
Look, and that was a very, very good route run right there. But you can still see, I think DC is still holding the advantage there as, Pittsburgh is starting to move down the field, because you can see how close they are in their zones. Even when they run zone, those defenders are right near the wide receivers. They are still putting pressure on the quarterback.
Fennick down the right side this time, breaking the tackle. Ben Harrison to the 10, the 5, and he spins short of the goal line. First and goal from the 2.
And I don't know how he got that wide open right there, but it just so happened. He got behind the defender and found himself wide open in the zone, and the safety just did not be able to make the play. And Ben Harrison finds himself inside the 3-yard line down to the 2.
Yeah, 59-yard reception. Only had 2 more yards to go to get into the end zone, but it does set them up with a first and goal. Can they capitalize?
And they better not come out and run this. If they're looking to get points on the board, they better not come out in this weird sweep play that they've been running before.
No, they hand it off straight up the middle, and they're into the end zone for the first touchdown of the season. BB Bullets gets into the end zone for the Hogs. Let's look at that beautiful blimp.
Gotta make it about the blimp, man. I don't know. But anyway, back to the Bullets.
If the blimp is there, I'm talking about my blimp.
Getting in the end zone. They needed a splash play like they did from Ben Harrison. Ace Fennick to Ben Harrison to get themselves down there, to get themselves back in the ball game. Because up until that point, they were slowly moving the ball, but they were not moving it in the chunks that they needed. And this is a way that they can have gotten themselves back in the game, as long as their defense can start holding DC from moving the ball. That way they don't have to have 96-yard drives to put points on the board. That is not anything that can be sustainable for them if they're always pushed back within their own 10 or 20-yard line. So the defense is going to have to step up and try and slow down DC from moving down the field.
Hope to see a lot of the people from DC, at least the DC area, at the next SFL convention, because it's going to be right up the street. We've made it to 2025, and that means that the 2025 SFL convention is right around the corner, and it's headed to Baltimore, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th to 14th. You can join the SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net.
Bring all your Nintendo.
Oh
my God. What happened?
Well, he murdered a man. The end.
That's the second time we saw that. Chuck Steller just killed a person.
Yep. Right here on the Virtual Football Network. Good thing it's virtual. Pitch down to the bottom. Oh, nice block, but couldn't quite capitalize.
Big third down right here. So, and this is the thing. But hey, back to what I was saying, DC. Bring your Nintendos and your Tecmo Super Bowl games.
Yeah.
And we'll have a tournament.
A little Tecmo tournament.
I'll murder everyone.
We'll have a Tecmo tournament and showcase it on the Virtual Football Network.
Yeah, and I'll murder everyone. The best.
Wow. Good thing this is a large booth. Otherwise, your head wouldn't fit in it. Kevin Say picks up the first down up to the 35-yard line. Ugh, goodness me. We're in Pittsburgh right now, though, a little bit north of Baltimore. Well, northwest. See, you can't listen. You know, Pennsylvania is one state, as you know.
It's a very large state.
But if you're from Western Pennsylvania, you are from Western Pennsylvania. You are not from Pennsylvania. You're not from the east side. You're not from the central. You're from Western PA. It's like they may as well be two different states. people from Pittsburgh don't associate with people from Philly and vice versa. It's not a thing. So you ask anyone from PA, it's just straight facts. The more you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I actually thought, without looking around, I thought the cities were fairly close together, but they're not.
No,
they're
very
extremely
far apart. Yeah, PA is a big state. Synergy rolls right, throws left. Always a dangerous play. Tried to hit Connor Weston, who's been very quiet in his debut with DC. That was his third target on the day. Doesn't have any catches quite yet. 3rd down and 10.
And this is where they're going to have to either do two things. It doesn't look like they're going to bring pressure right here, but they're going to need to just, stay in coverage and actually try and get some pressure on the quarterback, because you don't want him to have all day to find someone open.
Synergy has all day. Find somebody wide open. Exactly what you said not to do. Lauren Percoco gets the catch, gets the first down, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Pittsburgh. After this replay from Synergy to Percoco.
And they made it way too easy right there for him to be able to find Percoco wide open. And of all people you leave open, you don't leave that person open like that.
Right.
Because she is one that can actually take over a game, because we've seen it over season after season with Lauren Percoco being, a high volume catch type player for the DC Dragons.
21-yard reception for Percoco. Gets them into Pittsburgh territory. Synergy drops back, throws over the middle. Back to Percoco again. Gets the first down. When you're looking for the most up-to-date information on news and happenings in the Berg, go to One Berg, Pittsburgh's largest social media network. Tune in on One Berg's Facebook and YouTube pages and check out the new series, The Incline Show. Unless you're from Eastern PA, in which case stay out of our network is what they say. They probably don't. In fact, they probably don't want me to say that. They want all the fans they can get. Although I will say that Goals official in the chat said he's speaking facts. I'm from Philly. They don't like Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah,
it's a thing, man. Tell me.
I can speak of where I'm from, and the other team that invaded the state before I decided to vacate it.
Invade the state.
Yeah, they did. They kind of invaded it. I'm like, no, I'm the team here. We didn't like them.
They weren't even anywhere near you. It was
neither is Philly close to Pittsburgh.
All right, touche. I see your point, and you need to relax.
Yes.
Timeout called by DC. They actually have one remaining. They lost a challenge earlier on. Synergy with a quick pass over the middle, and that one's incomplete. Basically threw it right into the back of the defender, Tommy Welbrock Bussy. And it's a 4th down. 37-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. Sabaj Synergy on to hold. Kick is on its way, and unlike Chaz Blackwater and Mickey Malillo, it goes between the uprights and is good.
I don't know. I don't remember the last time we've seen 2 missed field goals in a game other than that game prior to this one right here.
Especially by 2 kickers like Malillo and Blackwater. I mean, Blackwater just made the All-Star game. I mean, one of the most accurate kickers all season in season 23. And Mickey Malillo, he's Mickey Malillo. He doesn't miss. And, both of them missed. A fierce wind down in Estadio Matt Wilson.
Big, couple of good guys missing field goals in that game. You know who hasn't missed one?
Who,
Kickers
Otis
in this
Boudreau?
game. Otis Boudreau hadn't missed one. He hadn't attempted a
I was
field
gonna
goal
say,
attempt. He
well,
made
you're
his extra
pointing
point.
at that roster.
Yeah, I'm just pointing this way. These 2 guys hadn't missed any kicks yet.
Eddie Gage thinking he's seeing lightning. I think he might want to go to the optometrist. Not sure what he's seeing, but I think
that comes with age.
Might have that retina separation thing going on. You seeing flashes of lights down there in the
Oh,
booth.
what is going on?
Wow, another fumble, and it is recovered by the Dragons. They should stop petting the pigs.
Is that the 5th fumble?
I lost count. I ran out of
Well, there
fingers.
are probably 5 turnovers now. I think they fumbled. That's the 3rd or 4th fumble, and when we've had a pick.
Mike Wagner jumped on the ball, gets it back for DC, and Pittsburgh just can't quite get anything going their way in this one. I mean, fortunately for them, they found the end zone, but they're down 2 scores again. 5 fumbles, 2 haven't been turnovers, is what we're being told.
3 lost. Wow.
3 receivers up top, and they're already in scoring range, looking to make it a 3-score game. Oh, that one's nearly picked off.
I was literally just about to criticize the fact that they had Bussey sitting out, Wilbur Bussey sitting out there in coverage, and I was about to criticize it, but he almost came up with a pretty big catch right there because they would have needed it. I mean, but they've got to get themselves in a situation to, to kind of just be successful here, right? Here they come out and, a 3 wide receiver set. And it looks like you have Bussey as some of the nickel corner here.
They do indeed. They throw that direction, and that one is complete. Finally connecting with Connor Weston after you just saw that stat line of 4 targets with no receptions. I don't know if you want to call that a producer's curse. Is that a thing? You call them out for having no catches, they immediately throw too many catches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Pittsburgh doesn't appreciate that.
5 wide for DC. Crowd here in the Berg on their feet. Synergy going down the right side. Picked off by Bussey. Bussey down the left sideline. And Synergy tackles him out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
And here I was criticizing the defensive coordinator for putting Bussey in somewhat of a nickel corner type situation. He comes through being a very, very good coverage type linebacker right there. Comes through and being able to pull it in. And that is Bussey's 3rd interception of his career. You know where the other 2 took place? On
the only team that he's ever played on. Yes, we know he played on enough with the Rams.
I gotta get. When
the
did
horse
I do that?
died. He's dead.
He ran away.
He died.
Ran away.
Brock Bussey in a very great first half, being the starting inside linebacker here in Pittsburgh. Now, can the offense capitalize off of DC's mistake? They throw it up top, quick pass to Twin Screw. They'll burn their first time out.
Yeah, and that's very good. Right? Look, and they're going to have to get them. I think this is a really, really important drive for him because they have, nearly, all of their timeouts here. So as they start to move down the field, they can get themselves in a situation where they can actually put points on the board.
Offset I formation on 2nd down. Fennick throws over the middle. That one is complete as well. Levy Lease with the reception. Another timeout called by Pittsburgh. 1 remaining. They're now in DC territory.
The 16-year vet in Nick Fargo says, "Hey, we don't just keep petting the pigs.
Keep petting the pigs," he says.
Get that pig grease. Keep that pig grease on your hands and dropping the balls.
I don't think I've ever seen a game with 5 fumbles in it. That's kind of wild. Fennick, that one almost went the other way. Actually, twice. Wow. Saeed Gore actually had 2 opportunities to pick off the same pass. 2nd down and 10. Fennick's got to be more careful with that one.
And that was a very, very dicey throw right there. Look, and this, Pittsburgh doesn't need to squander this type of opportunity. Get yourself within field goal range. If you got to take a shot right here, as you start running out of either time or downs, right, throw it downfield and see what happens.
Fennick, ripped down to the turf again.
Don't take a sack.
5th time he got sacked in this game. Mike Wagner got the sack. Fennick, he's got to be careful with the ball too. That's, we said a lot of positive things about Fennick. There's a lot of positive things to say. He was number 2 in passing attempts, 3 in completions, 2 in yards last season, top 10 in touchdowns, dead last in interceptions, threw 27. That was the most out of any quarterback, and he's already thrown 1 in this game. Nearly has thrown a couple more.
And he was also like one of the highest sacked quarterbacks last season as well, with being sacked 25 times.
He's on pace for that.
Oh, my God.
That's a broadcaster's curse if I ever heard one. Jadooby-Doo, my favorite guy on the whole defense, gets the pick. DC takes back over.
Man, they're just throwing a lot of coverage schemes out there that I don't think, with the coverage schemes that they have and the pressure they are applying on the quarterback, is forcing these bad throws. So as of right now, Pittsburgh's going to have to go into halftime and try to figure out how can we adjust, offensively to accommodate for what they're doing, because they're seeing a lot of looks that they're not comfortable with.
18 seconds to go and one timeout from their own 48. Pass down to the bottom, but a flag on the play. They'll get a free down here. You see the turnover numbers. Pittsburgh has turned over the ball 4 times. They've got to cut that out. DC's only turned it over once, so +3 in the turnover differential column for this game for the Dragons, and it's showing on the scoreboard right now.
And to their credit, they've only given up 17 points off of turning the ball over 4 times, and 2 of those the touchdowns that DC scored has been after the turnovers, 1 play drives where they scored those 2 touchdowns.
Ball is handed off. Sam Harrison. They'll go into the hurry up, saving that 1 timeout for the concession stand, see what they can redeem it for. 3rd down and 6. Unless maybe they used it and we missed it.
I think they may have used it up.
Because I am not positive, but I don't think that those are worth anything at the concession stand.
No, you can't save them. I mean, there's another team out there that I'm not going to talk about. It's just, and their coach just loves to save them. He's got a collection, probably puts them on a shelf.
He does.
And displays them for
prints
family.
Them out. Yeah. Nice.
No!
He's on all the way back to the house. Could he go? He does. 20, 10, 5, touchdown on the final play of the half. Wow, what a change of events. Todd Rigsby plucks it right out of the sky, and Pittsburgh's in the end zone for the touchdown.
What a change right here. That it kind of goes, it just shows you how much the big plays can happen right here. You have Kane Vasquez coming through, knocking the ball out. Chuck Stellar being a little loose with it, holding away from his body, not secure, and it gets knocked out, and Todd Rigsby takes it to the house, and now we're looking at a potential 3-point game going in the half.
Jeez, this game has been all DC. Statistically, just the eye test play on the field, everything has been all DC. Heck, stats-wise, look at the stats. Total yards more than, just about double that of Pittsburgh. But like you said, 3-point game as time expires. What should have just been a simple little Chuck Stellar run to run out the clock. He fumbles it right into the hands of Todd Rigsby, returns it to the house. Holy crap, we got a ball game now, Gerald.
I guess Nick Fargo needs to keep,
maybe we don't pet them pigs.
You don't want the pig grease to still be around in this game anymore, because that is what fumble number 6 or 7 or something like that is happening, and we ended up in a situation now where it's only a 3-point game.
Yeah.
Right? And it's, oh man, this game has had a ton of sacks. The fumbles,
ton of turnovers.
Fumbles out the wazoo. Turnovers galore. That's the 5th turnover right there. And somehow, with all the nonsense that's taking place, it's a 3-point game on a scoop and score by Rigsby to end the half.
Your halftime player of the game with 2 receptions for 85 yards and a touchdown. B. Robo had a really big play in the first half, 68-yard touchdown reception. That is your first half. We'll get to the second half after this, but let's take a quick halftime break presented by Brakes GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you a shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Breaks GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, breaksgpt.com. Pretty wild first half. DC getting it done on offense, but really they had one big play that we mentioned during halftime to be Robo, 68-yard touchdown reception. One of those turnovers got them the ball at the 4-yard line, and they were able to punch that one in. I mean, of course, right? I mean,
right.
First and goal from the 4. And otherwise, they've only really gotten 3 points. Even that was off turnovers, too. Pittsburgh getting back in it from turnovers themselves. I guess that's how you score in this game.
I mean, any way you can get points, you'll take them and you'll get them right there. It's just like that. But look, they've maybe they went in a half and trying to make some adjustments. Hey, look, we're still in this game. We turn the ball over a ton, right? Versus this team that's in our face on offense. We're still in this game. We're still in a fight. The defense is doing enough to keep them still in it. So, look, and like I said, during the Matt Wilson kickoff show, like, hey, look, we actually have, in Pittsburgh right here, the talent to do it. And they have the talent to match DC.
At risk of having a quick 3-and-out here on their opening possession with a 3rd down and 2 looming. This DC defense on fire the whole first half.
I feel like this 3rd down, I know it's 3rd and 2, it's just the start of the third quarter, but I do think this is huge right here for them to pick this up.
No, it's about setting momentum leading into the second half, right? Like you got to get something going. And they're able to get that first down and more. Al, not only was it a huge 3rd down, but a huge pickup as they're into DC territory. A great run by BB Blitz, and he held on to the ball.
Yeah, and he got through it. He weaved his way. We had very, very good blocking right there, especially right on the end right there by Keith Wheeler, getting himself downfield and being able to block one of the 2nd and 3rd level defenders right there to propel his running back to get a few more yards. So, look, and this is the type of drive they needed to start this game, this second half with.
Fennick, he's going to run it himself, too. Slides down smartly after an 8-yard play and then gets beat up just a smidge. But that sort of stuff's allowed here.
I guess, man. They're ruthless.
Kick him while he's down.
Well, they're like, we don't beat him up. Another referee's like, nah, Ace can take it. He's been sacked like 36,000 times in the first half.
Ace is a big boy, 6'5", 240. Could play linebacker if they needed him to. He could take a hit. 2nd down and 2. Ball is once again handed off to Blitz, and Blitz picks up the first down. So here we go with the momentum. Pittsburgh's able to get out here in the second half. They faced the 3rd down. They converted it. They're getting other first downs. They're doing it on the ground.
And as you can see, if Pittsburgh is if they're successful in getting positive yardage on first down, they are really successful in the subsequent downs after that, right? So if you get yourself in really, 2nd mediums and 3rd and shorts, they're really successful. As we've seen early on in the game, when they're in a 2nd and longs and a 3rd and longs, they haven't had that much success doing that. So it all for them getting really good yardage on first down has been really successful for them, and their play caller seems really comfortable calling plays on those respective downs with that yardage.
Fennick to twin screw on back-to-back plays, back-to-back first downs. That one setting him up with a first down and goal from the 5-yard line.
See, and I think this is where, I think they may struggle, right? Because we've seen them struggle running the ball so far. Yes, Blitz has had quite a couple of good runs on this drive right here, but now they're right here, just inside the 5. Do they have the running back and the blocking ability to get the ball in?
Yes.
That sounded like me. They did, and they did it. They just carried on right on through. No matter what I said, they have it. Managing the blocks, you can see just on this drive that they've actually went through it, and they made the necessary offensive adjustments to get a hat on the hat and get themselves in there. And it started at the end of the first half, them getting that touchdown like they did, and right here going down, tipping the opening drive. And like I said on this drive, that 3rd and 2.
That was big.
In their own territory. Them picking up was very huge, and they were able to get themselves in a position to score and actually take the lead. We didn't see this. It was 17-7.
It was.
With waning seconds of the first half.
Yep.
And now, right here we are, just over 3 minutes into the second half, and they're up 4 points when they were down 10.
And you got your hat trick of 3 straight scoring drives as well, which you had wanted earlier on after 3 punts and 3 turnovers. Now you got 3 escapes.
Where's my bingo card? I can mark that off.
You got to talk to Mark Lopez about bingo cards. He maintains them. But BB Blitz with now 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. He had 2 rushing touchdowns all of last season. So he's on pace to beat that.
I would hope so.
So DC facing their first deficit of the season as they go right back down to Chuck Stellar.
That was an angry run, I think.
Well, I mean, he fumbled away a touchdown on his last carry.
He was angry on that one.
Sebas Synergy's last 10 pass attempts have not been good. 3 of 10 for 43 yards. He's got to get some things going now, too. He's only 5 of 17 on the night. As they hand that one off to Sam Harrison, they spot him the first down. I think we might see a challenge flag from Pittsburgh. They are not out of challenges. DC is.
Yeah, but I don't know why they would even challenge that at this stage, right? It would have been 3rd and short right there. I think it's a good no challenge right there.
So first down and 10 as they go down to Kevin Say. Say is going to just shove Geno McFly for a few extra yards. 2nd down and 3. Say on the day so far, passing the 50-yard mark with that carry. Averaging over 4 yards carrying a touchdown. Keep feeding the man. Those are good stats. We'll go back down to Harrison this time as he gets up enough for the first down. Moves the chains.
I know it's week 1 for the teams. Apparently it's week 1 for the refs too, because he looked short on this one as well.
Well, Eddie Gage agrees with you. He said he believed that they were short on the last 2 first down conversions.
Maybe we'll get a triple on this too. He'll pop up another short, sending us notes, sliding us notes, short.
Pitch down.
Oh, good.
Chuck Stellar. He's definitely over the line.
He didn't like the fact that Rigsby took his fumble back for a touchdown, so he just trucked right through him like he was a wet paper bag or something. Watch this. Yep. Poor guy.
Oh.
Even
Welbrock Bussey just kind of like flopped off him. Oh. I don't know what that was.
That's just crazy. I think we all played football when we were younger. I don't know if I've ever got hit like that.
Yeah, no. That would have been the only time I would have ever played. I would have been like, nah, I'm out. Synergy deep downfield. Oh my God. Found Connor Weston for a big first down all the way down to the 12-yard line. His first big catch as a Dragon.
Initially, I thought it may have been a Corey Minner pick right there to kind of keep the momentum in their stuff, but Corey Minner missed it right there. Connor Weston is there, gets a huge catch to get his team just outside the 10-yard line right there. Now, going back to getting trucked, I did get trucked not that long ago. It was by Cam Renner by the flag football in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
It still haunts me. Thanks, Cam.
It probably still hurts a little bit, too. Synergy to Percoco. Picks up 6. Meanwhile, in Buffalo, update from the Queen City game. Oklahoma City 17, Queen City 17 at the half.
What is going on there?
Oklahoma City's quarterback Colin Pierce has 238 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Tight end McMichaels has 7 receptions, 135 yards, and 1 touchdown. Yeah. Look at OKC getting it done
and that's the thing, like
motley crew.
See, and that's the thing that we talked about. If they were going to do it, they would have had to have done it in the air, and it seems like they are somewhat doing it right there with the stats we have as well. 7 catches from a tight end for 135 yards and touchdown. That's pretty darn good.
Sure is.
Huge 3rd down right here.
Synergy looking. End zone. Touchdown, Connor Weston, and they reclaim the lead as he scores against his old team in Pittsburgh.
And that was a very, very good route run right there by Connor Weston to be able to find himself open, hit there. And the defender had somewhat of inside leverage and just couldn't get to the outside. Very, very well thrown ball by the veteran in Shabazz Synergy to be able to get their team back the lead. 3 points pending next extra point.
Extra point is up and close to the right upright, but good. DC reclaims the lead with a 3-point lead, 24-21 after a 9-play drive, resulting in a Connor Weston touchdown. That's something that's been called out several times. In fact, 6 times last season here in Pittsburgh. They were able to celebrate his 6 touchdowns, and now they kind of cringe when they hear a Connor Weston touchdown call.
I thought I heard someone call him a traitor, but that's cool. Probably Connor Weston probably had somewhat, the best season of his career. Under this, the Pittsburgh River Hog banner. He jets a little bit further south.
Being told now that Oklahoma City just got a pick 6, so chaos happening over in that game. Fennec under pressure. Got a great couple of games here in this time block as Ziggy Roenick catches the ball. Good thing they gave him forward progress because he's ran behind the line of scrimmage.
I think he's very lucky that he actually got grabbed before he was able to turn upfield, because he would have lost all that forward progress.
Thomas and Rahman with the pick 6 for OKC. Second down and 5. Wow, the DC defense still swarming around the Pittsburgh running backs here. BB Blitz this time tackled for no gain on the play. See if they can convert this third down. Great drive last time. This one not going quite as well.
Yeah, I think right here, look at and I don't know if I like this alignment here with the fullback and a running back there and only 3 wide receivers. You need a tight end or something out there as well.
Oh,
he's
Fennec.
Wide open.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Twitsker was wide open.
He just totally missed him. I mean, he had time. Pressure was starting to get there, Gerald, but he had time in that pocket.
That was like a vet throwing to a vet. These are not rookie players just miscommunicating with one another. Man, that was bad. Should have been a first down and much more. Yeah. Maybe even got to midfield.
Vitally punts this one away. DC will take over at their own 42-yard line. Looking at the stats from the Oklahoma City Queen City game, Gerald, like you thought, Oklahoma City struggling in the run game. They've got a grand total of 31 rushing yards from their, 2 running backs, and even including 4 rushing yards by quarterback Colin Pierce, but only averaging a couple of yards per carry in that one. DC takes over at their own 42. Short run on the play. Rolling for a gain of 5. Got an update from Buffalo. Cameron Irvine at SFL Studios.
Thank you, Mike. Both these games excellent. Michael Brown, 2 touchdowns, no picks in the first half, throws 2 interceptions in the first 25 seconds of the third quarter, including a Thomas and Rahman pick 6. Sabo Kanan with that interception. OKC has a 24-17 lead in the third. Back to you.
Thanks, Cam. And Chuck Steller still committing federal crimes down here on the field.
Dude, I just think he's handing out body bags. He's just running people over. Like, somebody needs to flatten a tire on that truck or something.
It's just, he's playing like a beast out there.
His only flaw is that he dropped one.
Yeah, and that's bad. I mean, he dropped it straight into the hands of a defender who had a clear shot at the end zone. But otherwise he's playing lights out football. He's doing a great job. Eddie Gage thinks that Steller might get one of those FedEx envelopes in the mail. The ones that tell you that you need to go in for a little bit of drug testing after the game.
might have to do a little bit of something, man, because he's doing something I ain't seen nobody do in a very long time in this league.
You never want to go to your locker the next day at practice and see one of them FedEx packages taped to your locker door. It's bad news.
I was never that good to be pumping the PEDs. Maybe that's why I wasn't good, because I wasn't pumping the PEDs.
Could be. Kevin Say picks up the first down and more, gets inside the 30 before finally being brought down by Corey Menner. First down and 10 is the final seconds of the third quarter. Tick away. How many likes do we have on this video so far? It's not enough, no matter how many it is. Could be thousands. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got your notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your support. Just do it. No gain on that one. That'll be final play of the third quarter. Well, Brock Bussey with the tackle. 3 quarters in the books. 10 minutes remains here from Pittsburgh. Got a close one. DC 24, Pittsburgh 21. Watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. I'm Mike Dykes. He's Gerald Smith, and got Eddie Gage, Tyler Falk with us on stats. Cameron Irvine at SFL Studios. An updated look at the team stats. DC still dominating, especially in that running game.
And if you look at those stats, you wouldn't believe it's a 3-point game, but it is.
Kevin Say about to fix that problem as he picks up a big gain. I thought he might actually take that to the house, but gets down inside the red zone. Picks up another first down. 16 carries, 82 yards. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. Like, you know, his stats have actually improved since they last went up on the screen. I said, feed that man, because he had good numbers then. They're better now.
Yeah, look, and they're actually doing it right here, right? And you can see right here with this 3-man front that Pittsburgh is employing on defense, right? It's just almost asking the Dragons to run up there on it.
Quick pass. Trying to get it back to Connor Weston. That one's incomplete. You're watching the Simulation Football League here on the Virtual Football Network, the official network of the SFLM, SFL, UFL, and so much more coming soon. The Virtual Football Network, where all the best virtual football lives. Second and 10 from the Pittsburgh 16. We'll put B. Robo down into one-on-one coverage at the bottom. Synergy fires on the other side into the end zone, overshoots his target, tried to get it to Percoco. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I think that was a one-look route right there, being able to get out there and look, and if it wasn't nothing, they decided to throw it out there because they covered above and below right there on Percoco, had nowhere to go.
Yeah, smart play by Savage.
Yeah, Savage is like, I'm going to throw it out the back of the end zone.
3rd down and 10 coming up. I mean, they want that touchdown, though. Field goal keeps it a 1-score game, and Pittsburgh could reclaim the lead with a touchdown and an extra point. But I wouldn't complain about getting the field goal here either. I'd rather have it be a touchdown game than a field goal game all day, every day.
Don't force anything here, because as you start getting close to the end zone, everything starts to just bottle up.
5 wide. Shanahan moves down to the bottom. He's cutting across the middle. Synergy throws towards the end zone, tipped and incomplete. And they will indeed have to settle for the field goal. Caleb Richards out for his second try of the ball game.
Corey Minner right there. He got a hand on it, but he could have picked it off and just shut down the drive completely and eliminated him from getting any points. But 3 points is better than 7 points given up.
Field goal is up and good. Michael Percoco in the chat says, need more blimp for more likes. Listen, that's up to you guys. The blimp floats by when you score touchdowns. Otherwise, it's just out there doing like sky donuts.
Is
burning gas?
Is that a reward? Maybe you ought to just drop stuff from it. Put something in it, just drop stuff from it.
Because listen, I would immediately and only use that for sinister purposes. Maybe you should drop stuff. I immediately think bombs, and it's like, that's not good. Like, that's not okay. Look at this return.
What are we
crossing
going on
the 40, spinning up to the 46-yard line. Great return to get this drive started by Ben Harrison for Pittsburgh.
Caleb Richards should not have to put his body on the line as a kicker to save that from getting a touchdown, because he was the only person in between Harrison and that going for 6. But he preserved his team's lead by doing that.
First down and 10 for Pittsburgh. Ace Fennick, 11 of 19. No touchdowns, 2 picks. Throws this one across the middle to Ziggy Roenick. A great way to start that drive. Interesting throwing motion there. Kind of, I don't know what that was. He did a little twist and then a sidearm.
He just, I guess that's what you call flipping it out there. That's exactly what he does with a little bit of whatever. But he, he had the players all up on his feet and in his lap nearly, right? He had to try and get it out, and him showing how much of a quick release that he does have.
Roenick with 5 receptions for 48 yards on 8 targets. Alex West bringing up a good point. You drop T-shirts and gift certificates. That makes a lot more sense than warheads. So first time this play's worked. Mike Churchill picking up positive yardage. It just takes a long time to develop.
Well, you can drop warheads, but it's just the candy warheads.
Oh.
Yeah, just do that.
What if I tape a gift card to the side of a bomb?
If you can take it off before it explodes, you win.
Yeah, if you don't,
and get away safely.
You probably won't know.
Talking about disarming the nuke there. Right?
That just doesn't even make sense. Blitz picks up 4. They're down in 1.
Oh. You would never fly blimp again if you dropped nukes from it.
Well, no, it'd probably destroy the blimp too. It's just a big balloon.
You gotta get it up high.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure what the max altitude is on that thing. I don't think we should find out. Wow, DC defense hitting him in the backfield, but just able to keep his legs churning. Churchill pushing forward for that first down.
What a show of strength right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Look, and I got to ask a question. It's waning down, right? And they've had, and these two teams are putting together some more time-consuming drives, especially the second half. Or are they in a position where they have to score a touchdown? Oh, poor Ace Finnick.
To answer your question, no. They don't have to score the touchdown here. They don't have to score the touchdown here. They definitely want to score the touchdown here, and it would certainly be in their best interest to score the touchdown here. But there's plenty of time left. Listen, their defense, they've allowed 27 points. But it's been off big plays and turnovers. Their defense has not been terrible. They've just had some mistakes happen that have cost them some points. I think.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Twin Screw brought that down.
Twin Screw climbing the ladder and getting that catch in double coverage too. Hopefully we get a replay on that one.
It's like triple coverage. You have 3 guys around him.
Yeah, I'll call that one the nice hands catch, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K 23. Tight coverage on that pass. That's what gets him the nod as they get the first down and a little bit more. So we'll see where this drive goes. Now, my answer might change as time continues to tick down. I mean, they're taking a long time to move a short distance. So if there's not much time left, you kick that field goal, you might never see that ball again.
Yes. And it's man, they gotta be real strategic about what they're doing here, and you know what I mean. And I feel like there's no wasted down right here at all.
Oh my God! Into the end zone, touchdown, Pittsburgh. And the question doesn't need to be answered now, Gerald, because Keith Wheeler gets it into the end zone for 6.
That looks like the second Keith Wheeler carry right there. And he stiffs arms a guy straight to the ground.
Yeah,
Tyler
Highfield.
Highfield. Man, he got tired of seeing the other fullback get something in there. He's going to do a little bit of finesse, shove a hand in the face. And look, and Boudreaux's got a chance to give his team the lead right here with this extra point.
Otis Boudreaux on for the extra point. Oh, high snap, hauled in, brought down, and the extra point is good. Pittsburgh reclaims the lead as back and forth we go, 28-27 here with less than 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Man, what a game that we've had. We thought this game was going to run away, go toward
14-0.
DC. It was 14-0, 17-7.
Yep.
And then it just got flipped up on side its head with that scoop and score
that
before
Chuck
half.
Steller
And
fumble.
now look at where we are. Look, they've scored 21 points to DC's 10 after it was 17-7.
Yeah, I mean, that when Chuck Steller fumbled that as time expired and Todd Rigsby just ran it straight into the end zone for a touchdown, it was I mean, talk about a momentum shifter. It changed everything. Pittsburgh's come out and really outplayed DC here in the second half. Listen, they're not outscoring them by a ton. They've put up 14-10 here in the second half, if my math is right. But still, 14-10's winning the ball game. Gets them 28-27 lead here. That pass, a nice dot by Synergy, connecting with B Robo, who's had a monster game himself. He should be right about at 100 yards on the day.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some of the best throws I've seen in a while right here by Synergy. He had a really good pass he thrown to the touchdown pass to Connor Weston right on the out route right there, and that was another one right there. Hit his wide receiver in stride, threw it just where only his guy could get it.
First down and 10 as we hit the 5-minute mark. Percoco moves down to the bottom. Synergy, the throw, looking that way. Almost prematurely called that one, Gerald, because almost every pass that goes Percoco's way is hauled in, especially in one-on-one coverage.
Yes.
Couldn't get that one, though.
And that's something you don't see a lot of, is Lauren Percoco drop anything, right? Her being, in my opinion, the premier tight end in this league for many, many seasons now. To see her drop a pass of any kind thrown in her direction when she gets her hands on it, it's just nothing that just doesn't happen.
Kevin Say wrapped up at the line, and Eddie Gage saying that Lauren Percoco better than retired tight end Mike Daggs ever was. I couldn't agree more.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, some guy. I don't know. I don't even think he ever won anything, to be honest with you. Synergy looking. Firing, Connor Weston with the catch for the first down into Pittsburgh territory. One thing I do want to say real quick about Percoco, looking up at our stat sheet, she actually had 10 targets on the day and only has 3 catches. So, usually you don't see her missing a lot of catches, but she's missed more than half. I mean, that's good job by Pittsburgh.
Yeah, look, and her supporting cast is actually, coming clutch with Weston and Robo coming in, this season to kind of help that out a little bit.
Synergy back to throw over the middle.
Oh, wow.
Connects. Robo breaking the tackle, getting inside the 4-minute mark. One other thing I'll say, about that retired guy, Mike Daggs. So once when they were picking all-star rosters, there was 2 guys selecting from the all-star players to see who they wanted on their team. One of the guys selecting was DC owner Jermaine Smith, and I wanted to say his screen name,
Destro. Lord Destro.
That's like, the Lord himself. So let's see this play real quick, going up towards the top. Percoco end zone touchdown, and DC takes the lead right back from Pittsburgh with 3.5 to go in the game.
Yeah, and as Lauren Percoco comes through, says, we don't want to hear nothing about Mike Daggs. We're going to show what a real tight end can do. Pulling it through in the clutch right here, and she does it right here, right in traffic, just cuts right in front of the defender, and being able to pull it in. And, as Kane Vasquez thought he may have had something, Lauren Percoco says, no, you don't. I need my catches, I need my touchdown, and I need my team back to lead.
They're going to go for 2 here.
This is really smart.
Going to try to make it a 7-point ball game.
I feel like Chuck Steller here.
Synergy hands that one off to Harrison. He is short. So it'll be a 5-point lead with 3:36 to go on the clock. So, as I was saying, back to story time. Now watch Ben Harrison take this to the house. So they're picking the all-star rosters, and it gets down to Jermaine, and he's getting ready to select. He probably doesn't even remember this because it was so insignificant to everybody but me. And he goes in his Jermaine voice, which, story time's interrupted again. We got an update from Cameron Irvine back at SFL Studios.
Thank you, Mike. Mickey Malillo with the nickname game strong on this one. Joe Beasley with the touchdown here. Queen City has tied the game at 31. When you're done in Pittsburgh, that one is a doozy. Back to you in story time in Pennsylvania.
story time's canceled. I'm never going to be able to finish my story. It don't even. It's not even that important. Nobody cares but me. Wow, what a great game that Oklahoma City and Queen City's putting on.
We care. I love you.
Oh, thanks, man. I love you too. Well, now I'm just distracted.
We're all waiting quietly as this game winding down to hear more about what Destro had
It's not
to
even
say.
that big a deal at this. Let's see what happens here. Ace Fennick under center, split backs in the backfield. Tyler Falk telling us to get a room. We're in a room. Fennick. Oh, Fennick
my
breaking
God.
a sack. Can't break
Wow.
the second one. Brought down. Man, we've seen that all night long.
And that's the
Jason Strongbow.
6-7 time he's been sacked now.
Yeah, they may hit that 10 sack mark today.
Wow.
Anyway, so Jermaine's picking players, and he gets to the tight end position, and in his Jermaine voice, well, I guess I'll pick that Mike Daggs guy, even though he's not that good. I'm like, dude. I was like, that's cold. Right on the show. I'm not that good. He wasn't wrong, but it still hurt. Fennick moving around in the pocket, deep down the left sideline, finds his target, stepping out of bounds for the first down. Ziggy Ronick.
He's just going back there. I think Ace Bennett got himself in a situation where he's like, I can't believe nobody's on me right now. Let me just pirouette around, and I'm going to find brother-in-law, and I'm going to catch it, and we'll see where we're at.
Pittsburgh now with 2.5 minutes to go. Fennick improving his day a little bit. That pick is on there, but 7 of 10 in the last 10 for 93 yards. Looking for his first touchdown pass as a Riverhog. Couldn't come at a better time than the game winner. Fennick over the middle.
What is happening in this game?
Levy
right now?
Lease.
Just when I thought, hey, they run a play and they get pushed way back, they just start moving themselves down the field. They're playing with some heart right here, trying to start the season off right to change their 2-10 fortune from last season. Look, and this is where the talent of this team is starting to kind of, show this is the talent that they actually have.
15 to 23, 234 yards on the day. Fennick throwing. Oh, no! Picked off.
These kids going almost.
Doobie-doo gets it again.
He snuck up and got in the path of that pass right there.
His second pick on the day, and that one's an absolute killer as it ends the potential go-ahead drive from Pittsburgh. And now the timeout game starts as we have hit the 2-minute warning here in Pittsburgh. You're watching a great one, and as soon as this one wraps up, head to Buffalo and catch the rest of the Oklahoma City Queen City game. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network.
Look, and Jadoobie-Doo had himself. He actually fought off a route that the opposing wide receiver was trying to pick him on. He fought it off and got himself in position to make that catch.
Kevin Say trying to run the clock out. Pittsburgh will call their first timeout here as the game continues to wind down. Season 24 kickoff week continues tomorrow, headlined by an East Division showdown between Florida and Atlanta at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, plus Chicago, Houston, Baltimore, Lexington, and Fort Worth, Los Angeles. It's another doubleheader, SFL Saturday, right here on the Virtual Football Network. Churchill picks up the first down, and that one hurts. Harrison picks up the first down.
Oh, man, that kind of all but does it right there, right?
Pretty
It's
much.
just-
They got one timeout left. If they do get the ball back, it's going to be with almost no time left.
I mean, they're gonna have to stop them in the backfield or something here, right? To make them, to get them down pretty quick. Any lengthy run is just using up more seconds off the clock.
Yeah, and any first down ends it immediately. As Harrison is trying to get that done right here, and he picks up quite a few.
So
DC only completing 12 passes tonight, but their average yards per pass attempt is over 20.
well, when you throw it a gazillion yards at a time, I mean, Robo himself had close to 70-plus yarder or something.
Oh, he's got over 100. Robo's got over 100.
Yeah,
Weston
but he
has
had,
over
he, had,
70.
he had a 68-yard
Just in
touchdown
one
catch.
shot. Yeah. This could be it right here.
What are the odds they fumble and we get another scoop and score?
That would be something. But it's not to be as long as he hangs on, and he does. And DC Oh, they had to listen. It looked like they had this in the bag in the first quarter, and then Pittsburgh says not so fast. They clawed their way back into it, gored their way perhaps, as a Riverhog would do, but it was not to be. The DC Dragons are able to hold on and reclaim the lead a couple of times from Pittsburgh. They're going to get the win, 33-28.
Yeah, and credit to Pittsburgh, right, for doing you backed that River Hog in the corner and it came out fighting and didn't give up the entire time, But what was there, Achilles' heel this game was the mountain of turnovers that they did have right here, right? So you had Ace Finnick throwing 3 picks himself, and then you probably dropped another 3 to 4 on the ground.
Yeah.
That the opponent was able to pick up. So, I mean, you take some of those away, you eliminate possessions for the opposing team as well, and in doing that. So, I think they're going on the right track compared to last season. They were very competitive here. They showed no quit, but it also shows how strong DC is from a defensive standpoint. DC is seemed like they had bolstered, their defense and got their defense up to snuff because they are early on. It seemed like they laid back on the pressure. I don't know why,
right?
But dude, they were playing really, really well in that first half. The way they actually was pressuring the quarterback and doing a lot of run blitzes.
And they definitely enhanced their offense too by picking up Connor Weston. Lauren Percoco was their leading receiver last season. By adding Connor Weston, she no longer is the leading receiver compared to the stats from last season. Tonight, all 3 of them, Connor Weston, B. Robo, and Lauren Percoco, each with 4 catches, each with a touchdown, and that's really the difference. Synergy throwing 3 touchdown passes, Fennick throwing 3 interceptions on the day. DC will improve to 1-0 on the season, and Pittsburgh will fall to 0-1. Next up for DC in week 2, they hit the road. They head to Indianapolis to take on the Ravelers Saturday, January 11th at 8 p.m. For the Riverhogs, they also hit the road next week as they head down to your old stomping ground, Gerald, Bossier City, take on the Steamers on Monday night, January 13th. Coming up tomorrow, we've got another doubleheader of football games at 6:30 p.m. Florida at Atlanta, 6:45 Chicago at Houston, at 9 p.m. Baltimore Lexington, 9:15 Fort Worth Los Angeles. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. For Gerald Smith, Eddie Gage, Tyler Falk, Cameron Irvine, Matt Wilson, who's always with me in spirit, I'm Mike Dykes. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, everybody, and head over to Queen City. Watch the end of that one.